In response to the Infinite Birdcage art exhibition by John Mutsaers, we have A Prayer for Number 10 by Geoff Ellis.
A Prayer for Number 10. Part 1. Suddenly free! Someone slaps you on the bum. Harder! You cry to prove you're alive. Someone tells you to shut up. Then you're in your crib, looking through those plastic walls, and that's your welcome. Welcome to your crib, cot, cradle or manger. Welcome to our birdcage. Your blanket all white and warm and vomit. Part 2. You're hungry, you're crying and you're wet. You're all alone. And then you're not. Then you are alone again. But at least the hunger's gone. Nappy time. You can't hear yourself think, because they haven't cursed you with words just yet, and that's the real freedom. Freedom from speech. Freedom from self-definition, freedom from names and labels, and free of the burden of remembrance. All your thoughts belong to the immediacy of now. It's all about you and your feelings, failings, and onwards to infinity. With no regrets, my little screaming songbird. This is the freedom of solitude, the freedom of before words. Not, nothing, not anything, no other, none other, and no fear of the other yet. Movement. So they invent some words and force them inside your cagey little world. Can you spell their words for fear and hate and justice and hunger? And you inhabit that space inside the bigger birdcage. Like an infinite set of babushka dolls. Semantics, pedantry, debates, winners and losers, and it's an each-way bet, which you lose by a nose. Then someone invents grammar. Grammar, past principle, numbers, times table of history. Part 3. What colour is blue? Find the words you need to own. Carve them on your bedhead. Paint them on your fingers, toes. Too hard. Part 4. School's out. And not just for summer. Diller. The answer is blowing in the wind, but you missed the question. Alice Cooper. Part 5. A stranger in blue suede shoes. Take note. It's a clue, Kevin. Part 6. Oops. Part 7. Get a job in the industrial birdcage. Parrot Alan Jones. Summertime blues. Crosswords. Forklift. Band-Aid. Part 9. Partly finished. Mostly unfinished 10. 10/10 of freedom. I skipped part 8, but it was probably boring. No one noticed. I stole the freedom of getting away with it. Part 10. Fall in love. Marry or not. Part 11, and it's chaos again. The birdcage broken, bent, divorce exploding from within or without, and it's all just plain ugly, imploding. Well, she was, he is, and they were. Once, she found out. Twice, he lied. The freedom of forgiveness, the freedom of goodbye. A new career in a new town, a newer birdcage, lodger. Part 12. Trading your hours for a handful of coin. Part 21. We skipped all the dull bits. Yay! There is a time and a place for everything. Everything is where you left it, and you can't go back. Refer Part 11. Onwards! How can you be free as it all comes back to haunt you? Everything, always. Some dumb bastard has gone and invented an internet. The ultimate, endless, infinitely useless, infinitely ubiquitous, universal birdcage. Was there a bird internet? I don't know why we let them get away with that. Some other useless bastard invented the mobile phone, as if stationary phones weren't bad enough, and some third-party malcontent combined phone mobility with the elastic engagement of the internet. So there's no escape on an endless bit of bitumen, where the rubber meets the road these days, and there's 15 minutes to Grantville with those emails all lined up, end to end to end. They race the car back to back there somewhere, and that's another day gone. and then another as you extend the cage sideways and downwards with another day deeper in debt. Tip it all on the floor, confidential, closed agenda, in camera, onwards to transparency, onwards to live streaming. Chapter 25, she's not there or here, refer part 11, she left a message. Chapter 28, oh God, this is a numbers game now, oh numbers, this God's game now. Leviticus got it right. Well, am I free to comment on that? He wanted to keep it between Adam and Eve, but now we are free to marry whoever. Hymn 29. In a post-truth world, what is the value of any set of words? Maybe we are free of meaning. Meaning what? Did I mean worth or merit? How can we listen past the pedantic shout and the wounded sob? In a post-truth world, hymn number 30. There will never be freedom until there is equity for all. Justice too, but not the biblical eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Until women have true equality and we all wash our own socks. How can any of us avoid putting someone else in a birdcage, real or imagined, open or closed? That would be all men, wouldn't it? Get real. Can any of us escape the birdcage? Yes, no, not only but also. Number 10 is dead. She escaped the birdcage and that makes me smile. Though that pennant flutters at half-mast, that tiny eggshell heart beats no more. Do you remember her name, Icarus? Did you warn her? Featherfall. Number 1. Upturned, unmourned, unrepentant, words couldn't save her. Words are prisons of impunity. She, her. Number 2. I say a little prayer for her, and that makes me laugh. As I think about my next LinkedIn post, and the next, Hank Williams. Amen, little friend.